All right, so for the first example, we have 3 weeks equals blank days, okay? So I want to know how many days are in 3 weeks. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down 3 weeks, and then I'm going to separate my unit from my number, okay? I'm going to separate my number and my unit. So I've got 3 times 1 week, because 3 weeks, the week part is just 1 week, right? But it's then you multiply that by 3 to get the 3 weeks. So I'm separating the number from the unit. Now, in order to find out how many days are in 3 weeks, I need to know how many days are in 1 week. So how many days are in 1 week? Yes, Reagan?
There's 7 days in 1 week.
Very good, 7 days. So then I'm going to change my equation to 3 times 7 days, right? 3 times 7 days. So now, Reagan, how many days do I have in 3 weeks?
21.
21. Very good. I have 21 days in 3 weeks, okay? Very good. All right, Ms. McGarity is going to walk through problem number 2, and then we're going to give you guys some practice to do on your own, okay?
Miss Peters, you might want to,
Yes.
Can you take that one?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Sure.
I'm having an issue here.
Yeah, of course. All right, so let's look at problem number 2. I have 1 500ths of a meter equals blank centimeters, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is separate my what? My number and my unit, right? So I have 1 500ths times 1 meter. Now, we just solved how many centimeters were in a meter just a minute ago. So how many centimeters are in 1 meter? Who can tell me how many centimeters are in 1 meter?
100.
100, very good. So I'm going to change my 1 meter to centimeters. So I have 1 500ths times 100 centimeters. Now, we could use the area model or standard algorithm to multiply this out, but I think I can also solve this mentally. What do y'all think? You think we can solve this mentally? Yeah?
It's very easy.
Yeah, let's give it a try. So if we're multiplying 1 500ths times 100, how many numbers are behind the decimal in 1 500ths right here? How many numbers are behind the decimal?
2.
2, right? 2 numbers. We have the 0 and the 5. How many zeros do we have in 100?
2.
2, right? So is our answer going to get larger or smaller if we're multiplying by 100?
Larger.
Larger, very good. So if we, remember when we had our place value chart and we multiplied, how many spaces are our digits going to shift to the left if we multiply by 100?
2.
2, because we have 2 zeros, right? So 2 numbers will move to the left, so I get 105 centimeters. 105 centimeters. Do you see how we did that mentally? These 2 numbers.
All I did was take the decimal point out.
Yeah. That's all you did, because you had 2 numbers, so you just removed that decimal point, right? Because that decimal point moved and disappeared because 2 numbers moved to the left of the decimal, right? So they moved over here, and then that decimal went away because it's actually back here, okay? Are y'all following me so far? Maybe? Yeah? All right, so now I do want to share with you that in It's Learning, I will be posting this for you in your notes page, okay? So if you go to notes, I will be posting at the top of your page. So it is a metric conversion chart, okay, to help you as a learning resource. So you see my screen. Do you see the measurement conversions I have on my screen here? So on the left, you have large to small, okay, and then over to the right, you're going to have small to large. And it's telling you if you're going large to small, you're going to multiply. But if we're going small to large, it's reminding you that you're going to divide, okay? So this will be in It's Learning to help you, because sometimes, do you know every day how many ounces are in a pound? I mean, I do, but I don't know if you guys do. But that's because, you know, with baking, I know how many ounces are there. Do you know it?
Isn't that 8 fluid ounces in a cup?
Well, 8 fluid ounces in a cup. Yes, so there are 8 ounces in a cup, but then there's 16 ounces in 1 pound. Okay, 16 ounces in a pound. So this chart will help you with that. Now, what about how many grams are in a kilogram? Y'all remember that one? Reagan's your hand up. Nope. So let's look down here at the bottom on the second part of the sheet. So it's got King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Did y'all ever learn the acronym for this? There's a couple different ones, but what it does is the K in King is for kilo. So kilo stands for 1,000, okay? And then H stands for hectare, which is 100, and it goes so forth. There's other ones too, but kilo, so when we think of a kilogram, it's got that kilo, right? So if there are 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, okay? 1,000 grams. So what I have for you is on Nearpod, I am going to give you the opportunity to solve one of the 2 problems on the screen, okay? Do one of the 2. We're going to go over both of them,